Alright, here we go. Welcome to season 3 of the Nama Bengaluru L's 11th season. Season 3 of the Nama Bengaluru League 11s. We've got a fantastic season lined up here, plenty of energy, some great teams, and a lot of quality on display. You can expect quite a mix of styles. Some teams are going to be pressing high, some teams are going to be sitting back and hitting on the counter. But one thing is for certain, it is going to be very, very competitive. So do stay tuned, do not miss it. Now, as we go over the starting teams, we have a little bit of analysis on Titans FC. Now, Titans FC are the defending champions. They are very structured and very composed. They build patiently and they strike when it matters. Up against them is Westgate FC. They're very young, very energetic, up and coming challengers. They pace in the wings and they attack with intent. Right now, both teams are having a little bit of a huddle, bit of discussion before the game begins. Definitely looking forward to seeing some exciting ball games going on here tonight. As we go over the starting lineups, Titans FC, jersey number 23, Nihan Thomas, jersey number 90, Bhaskar Parma, jersey number 31, Devadatt PU, jersey number 2, Luke Raphael, jersey number 27, Karan G, jersey number 33, Manish RK, jersey number 18, Abhinav Samrat, jersey number 5, Arjun Vijay, jersey number 3, Vedant Satarkar, jersey number 21, you know him, Ashley Cleary, jersey number 22, Sukhdev M, jersey number 8, Moin M, jersey number 17, Rohan Negi, jersey number 16, Yeshwant Mekhala, jersey number 29, Harsh Suhanda, jersey number 69, Akhil Razak. And here you have the lineup over here, Titans FC versus Westside FC. Once again continuing, jersey number 10, Adi Ashok, jersey number 15, Gautam Mishra, jersey number 9, Zaid Sharif, jersey number 11, Rohan Manoj, jersey number 7, Aaron Rodriguez, and jersey number 6, Panchamia. Up against them, we have Westside FC, Westgate FC. That is Jagat Kumar G, jersey number 19, Gibson. Starting lineup will be 5-3-2. That'll be the position they'll be taking tonight. Both teams are definitely amped up. They're definitely getting ready for some fantastic football here tonight. As we go up the entire lineup of Westgate FC, jersey number 19, Jagat Kumar, jersey number 8, Gibson, jersey number 17, Pranchala Tati, jersey number 9, Shashi Kumar, jersey number 69, Vishnav, jersey number 3, Yashwant, jersey number 24, Mithilesh Raju, jersey number 10, Ryan Jose, jersey number 11, Afsar. Now, for those who missed it right before the kickoff, we have a little bit of team analysis on Titans FC and Westgate FC. Titans FC are the defending champions, of course. They won it big last year. They are very structured and composed. They build patiently and they do strike when it matters. As for Westgate FC, they are young and energetic. They're the up and comers, pace on the wings, and they do have a lot of attacking intent. So we definitely look forward to seeing if they have what it takes to actually beat Titans FC, or whether Titans FC will start us strong with this very first game. Either way, we're definitely all looking forward to it, and we look forward to seeing what the boys have to show tonight. Now, in a very few seconds, we're going to be having this beautiful kickoff. Can't wait for it. One last huddle before the game begins. Definitely going to kick off very soon, so do stay tuned. It's going to be one for the road. And we're off. We're underway here. Some early touches to settle things down. Clearly gives a throw in. He advances. Nice header. Bit of dribble here in the defensive line. Came quite close. The touching center with the ball, with the goal, right there. over the fence, and that will be out of bounds. That should be a throw in. Another one from Ashley Cleary. Just over a minute in, and we're having a beautiful pace right here. There will be a corner kick for Titans FC. Up in the air. Beautiful header right there. Here on the defensive line, we have a bit of a tussle with the ball. Throw in for Westgate. Struggle for control over possession. Keep an eye on how both teams use the wings, controlling the midfield, trying to create some openings and some tight spaces over here. Goal kick. Titans advancing. Nice save by the goalie. Attempt was made. Players down, looking for a bit of medical attention there. Hopefully makes a full recovery. Back up on his feet, up and at them. We are starting off with a little bit of a brisk pace. There's definitely been some attempts at the goals and stabs at it by Titans FC. Let's see if Westgate can maintain that possession and perhaps make an advance on Titans' side of the court. Now for Titans FC, we have some standout players over here. We have Akil, Aaron, Gautam, and Samrat. Some of you may have already heard of them, but for those who haven't, these are the players to look out for, especially tonight. Once again, up in the air, out of bounds. There will be a throw in. Westgate FC definitely trying to make some advances here. Ashley Cleary with possession of the ball. Trying to make a nice pass over there. Couldn't quite do it. Titans with a lot of advancement. They're maintaining that possession of the ball, maintaining control, maintaining their dominance. Of course, they are the defending champions. It is to be expected of them. Definitely trying to replicate their amazing success with last season. Passing it back and forth. Attempt was made at a tackle there. Titans advancing. Heading into the box. Beautiful save by the goalie. Up in the air. Westgate FC is definitely on the defense so far. Only time will tell if they are able to recapture that possession of the ball and attempt to advance forward on Titans' lines. Will be yet another corner kick for Titans FC. Let's see how it goes for them this time. Almost deceptively, it looked a bit like a goal there from my angle. It wasn't quite. Still, it was quite a noble attempt. Westgate FC with a counter-attack, trying to defend the ball at all costs. It's in their court, goes into the arms of the goalkeeper. Another beautiful save. Ashley Cleary with the ball, sending it forward. Beautiful long pass over there. Let's see, waiting for confirmation. Definitely looked like a score to me. It was quite a clinical goal, in fact. Well planned, well thought out, well executed. And it is a goal. What a finish. What a beautiful goal right there. Good way to start off things with Titans FC. They always start off strong. Today is no exception. They saw the opportunity and they definitely took it. As a Westgate FC, they're looking for a way to bounce back from that. With that early goal, a lot of pressure is put on them to definitely counter-attack. Titans FC with a firm advantage as the score stands. Rohan Negi was a goal scorer for Titans FC with a nice, beautiful assist right there. At the end of the day, he was the man of the hour, the man of this first few minutes. Rohan Negi for Titans FC. Just under 10 minutes in, and the first goal has already been scored. Game is already ramping up to be something beautiful. Defensive quad over there. Making a decision. Will be a throw-in. Westgate FC on the advance. Can they make it past that defensive line? Not this time. Quite unfortunate for them. Was an attempt there to tackle right there in the defensive box. Alas, it was not to be. And you can see with Titans FC, they're very nice, they're very calm, very cool, composed with the ball. Definitely building from the back and advancing forward with a lot of speed, with a lot of momentum. Westgate FC, so far they've been playing on the defense. It's truly not their fault. When the game starts off with this, when the goal is scored, there's a lot of pressure on them. but they have to really ramp things up if they want to even the score with Titans FC. Free kick. Titans FC looking to advance. Surges past the goal to the right. There was some power put on that ball. Not quite enough to make it past the defensive line. But there is a defensive struggle over here. Tackle was attempted. Wasn't quite enough. Westgate FC with possession. Can they make an advance? They certainly have the speed for it. They are going for it. It was a tackle. Good defending by Titans FC. At this stage of the game, I would say things would be even if not for that goal scored by Titans FC. There's been a lot of back and forth, but Titans FC definitely has a solid advantage with that well-placed and well-timed goal right under 10 minutes. Can Westgate FC make a comeback? Ideally, it would have to be in the first half in order for them to tie up and tee up the score. Titans FC advancing yet again. Some beautiful dribbling and passes on both sides. Good save by the defense and the goalie. Definitely averted yet another crisis. Westgate FC advancing. Yet again, Titans was able to prevent them. As things stand, what Westgate FC has to do is perhaps put up some pressure, force some mistakes, force some unforced errors on Titans FC part. But right now, all the pressure is definitely on Westgate FC. Look to be offside, called by the referee. Goalkeeper is down at the moment. Took quite a beating. Goalkeeper is the critical component of every game. He is the one that makes the crucial decisions, the salvaging grace of both teams. Westgate FC, they're definitely counting and hoping for him to make a good recovery at the moment. Bit of a lull here on the game. Just waiting for the goalkeeper to make sure that he's all right. See him rise to his feet. And he's back. And with that, the game should also be back. Every second counts in games like this. There is still quite a bit of time for Westgate FC to even the odds. Alternatively, that also means that Titans FC has a chance to score yet another. Ooh. Throw in. Titan FC going wide. Passing over to Ashley Cleary. Long gain into the arms of the goalkeeper. Unfortunately for Titans, there was no one there to pick it up. Passing it back to the goalkeeper on Titans' side. Good choice. Can't afford to play it too risky here. Right now, Titans is definitely playing it a bit safe. They made some advances. Few attempts have been made to score yet another goal. They are quite content to let it go back and forward. Now this could be promising if Westgate was able to pick up the goal. But right now, it's on Titans' side. Beautiful save by the goalkeeper. Picked up by Titans. Nice tackle. The goal was empty. It was available for him right there. It surged above the post. He had a shot, and unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough. Goal kick. Over to Westgate. Westgate advancing. Looked quite promising for a few seconds there. Defense has managed to maintain control of the goal. Over to Titans yet again. Some defensive dribbling and passing and back and forth. Titans FC maintaining their fierce pressure on the ball. Lots of control, lots of ground gained by them tonight. As of now, they have a lot of possession. Westgate is not quite able to get past that formidable defense. It's a very strong line the Titans has built up so far. The Titans FC, they have a reputation for striking when it matters, and they definitely proved it. Under 10 minutes, they scored their first goal. It's definitely delivered by Rohan Negi. Westgate FC attempting multiple counterattacks. So far, they've been pressed into the defensive line multiple times. Not been able to get past Titans FC, midfield and defensive line. The night, of course, is still young, as the saying goes. It could still be Westgate FC's game, but they have to really pick up the pace. They have to capitalize on any mistakes that Titans FC makes. For now, the ball is in Titans FC's court, quite literally. Corner kick. Nice attempt at the goal. Went a little bit too high. Goalkeeper was able to intercept that quite deftly. Up in the air. There's some fierce tackles here. Back to the goalkeeper. Now, quick transitions could definitely play a huge role when it comes to both teams. Titans FC has been doing that consistently. Westgate FC, they need to do a lot more passes. They need to advance. They need to find that opening in the lines. If not in the first half, definitely in the second half, in order for them to eke out a win here tonight. Over to Titans. Making an attempt at the defensive box. Not quite boxed in there. It is up in the air. Will it go out? Not quite. It was a nice header right there. Well intercepted by Westgate FC. Not a good save from the defense. Now from Westgate FC, we have a few standouts here. We have Kosabi. He is a CB. Avi. And Saki. All three of them are definitely players you should look out for tonight. But yet another deadly corner kick for Titans FC. Looking to score yet again. One wasn't enough. Titans FC says, let's do a replay of that. Let's have another corner. Surging it forward. Very close but no cigar. You could see a lot of promise from that. Numbers were forward. There was a lot of danger there. It wasn't quite enough. This also looks promising here. If Westgate FC finds the momentum and the opening. Unfortunately, they lost it, it would seem. Titans FC once again on the counter-attack. They've been doing nothing but attack in the first half. Rarely have they ever had to play defense in this first half. As for Westgate FC, they've been constantly backed up, pushed into the corner. After that first goal was scored, a lot of pressure was placed on them. They're still looking to regain that momentum. Over to Westgate. Carrying it forward. Offside. Either offside or foul. Titans FC once again carrying it forward. Could they find their opening here? It was a bit of a tackle there. It looked like it was ramping up to something. The defense was able to salvage it. Westgate FC with some good defending. Unfortunately for them, defense is not quite enough. They have to go on the attack. Titans FC were definitely the favorites heading into this game. So far, fortune has favored them. Fortune and their immense skill, I might add. Throw in for Titans FC. It's on their side. Header. This looks promising. I've said that several times. So far, Westgate FC has been yet to really make a really good attempt at the goal. They made some good attempts, decent ones, haven't been able to carry it forward, hit into that post. As for Titans FC, they're definitely content to let the pressure ramp up. There's been a lot of energy and a lot of momentum for Titans FC on their side, advancing towards Westgate FC. You see that both players have a lot of energy and a lot of momentum. It's slowly starting to build into a crescendo. That's something you love to see from the beautiful game. You see a lot of back and forth. You see both teams giving it their all. It's never just one-sided. There's always something else going on. Even if Titans FC has the advantage, Westgate FC could definitely still pull out all the stops, come back stronger in the second half, even if they miss the opportunity in the first. They are making an advance. Unfortunately for them, it was a bit too late. Offside. Waiting for the ref's call. Throw in. Titans FC, Westgate with possession. Can they make an advance? Can they do it in the last few seconds of this first half? Very precious few seconds. Will be some extra time eventually. Titans FC with some passes and back and forths. Advancing across. Strong kick. Saved by the goalkeeper. But unfortunate for Westgate FC. Even when they do advance, the defense and the goalkeeping is very strong. To be expected from Titans FC. Very fitting name for them. They are the Titans. They are the ones to beat. Players down. Took quite a hitter. You can see some of the players are getting a little bit miffed, a bit annoyed by the tone and the tenor of the game. There's a lot of sportsmanship here on flat play. You can see one of the players lifted other one up, making sure that he's all right. You do love to see it here in the beautiful game. Making sure that everything is as to do. No concerns that he can absolutely continue. Continuing forward. And you can see there could have been a corner. Back to the goalkeeper. Nice header. Over to Westgate FC. Westgate FC advancing. Fended off by the defense. Both teams' lineups are quite strong. Quite a lot of energy on both sides. Throw in for Westgate FC. Nice header. Looking to maintain that peak performance from Titans FC. And that's it. The whistle blows, and that will be the first half. Do stay tuned for the second. As the score stands, Titans FC 1, Westgate FC 0. Both teams definitely tried various approaches when it came to this first half. You saw with Titans FC, they had a lot of momentum, they had a lot of speed, a lot of performance. They definitely knew they had hit strong and hit hard in that first half, and hit hard they did with that one beautiful goal scored just under 10 minutes. With Westgate FC, they were mostly on the defense, unfortunately for them, with the halftime score standing at 1. Titans FC, Westgate FC, 0. Do stay tuned. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As we look over the stats for this game, so far in the first half, Titans FC 1 goal scored, Westgate FC none so far. 2 shots on target for Titans FC. Westgate FC unable to get there into the goal, shoot any shots on target. Titans FC shots off target 4 with a really dominant performance by them. Even when they were not scoring, they were still making rapid, full fire attempts at the goal. Westgate FC with 7 saves in the very first half. You can really see that dominant performance by Titans FC. No cards thus far for both teams. Definitely a lucky spot, big break for both of them. Looking forward to that second half. Looking forward to see how both teams can adapt and counterplay when it comes to the next half of this game. And do remember, do stay tuned. We have not just this game, but 2 more games just like this, and many more games to come afterwards. So do stay tuned and do pay attention. These are going to be some amazing games to look forward to. Hello and welcome back to the second half of the NBL's match between Titans FC and Westgate FC. Definitely looking forward to the second half. As the score stands, for those of you who are joining for the first time, Titans FC with one goal up, scored in the first 10 minutes of the first half. Westgate FC yet to adapt, yet to score. But we're definitely looking forward to see if they have the chance to do so right here. And over there was a beautiful attempt at the goal. The very first few seconds, in fact, with that kickoff. Up in the air, over to Westgate FC. Titans FC with the counter. Scramble for the ball, looking for possession, goes up in the air. Titans in possession, advancing forward with full surge, full momentum. I think that was offside, or at the very least a foul. Westgate advancing. Can they even the odds in the second half? They're definitely trying to look forward to it. They've got that pace. They've got a lot of momentum for Titans FC. Westgate FC has to match them with full speed in order to catch up with them. For now, they're content to pass the ball back and forth, making some advancements. Nice tackle. Good save. Thrown for Titans FC. Now, there is a lot riding on Titans FC as the defending champions. They definitely have to prove themselves really strong, really fast with this first game. So far, they've done so. It would be quite the disappointment for them if they were to lose somehow. It doesn't look to be possible as of yet. But who knows? This game is still quite young. We're still in the first half, still in the first few seconds, in fact. Anything could still happen. It will be a goal kick. Ooh, that looked to be one. Looked like a beautiful goal right there. Just waiting for that declaration. Last was not to be. Looking to send the ball. Both teams are definitely looking to aim and set up the terms of engagement. There's a tackle right there. Looking to establish their position. Titans FC has definitely made sure in the first few seconds and the first few minutes of this match, of the second half, to make sure they have that full dominance and that full peak performance when it comes to establishing their territory. Westgate FC, with some advancements, coming out strong in the second half. They still have many opportunities to score. This could be one of them, depending on how it ramps up. Look quite interesting, but Titans FC has maintained a possession for now. Ball surges forward. It'll be a throw-in for Westgate FC. So far, they've had many opportunities. Unfortunately, they haven't been able to capitalize on any single one of them. They made some attempts, but an attempt, as you all well know, is not a goal. Strong shot by Westgate FC. Hit from the mid-center. It surged forward. It went just across the goal, just above the head and the hands of the goalkeeper. Very lucky for him. I do believe, however, had it gone a bit lower, it might have still been a save from the angle of that shot. There will be a corner. Nice save by the goalkeeper. Oh, is it a... I do think there was some cheering. Might well have been a goal. Was it a save? No, it was. It was indeed a goal by Westgate FC. They had the opportunity and they definitely took it. But unfortunately, it was not a goal. Bit of a false alarm there, unfortunately. It was so close. Unfortunately, it was not a goal. Very noble attempt, though. More like that, and might very well be a real goal next time. It was very deceptive, that one over there. Looked to be almost a goal for Westgate FC. You can definitely see that psychological impact it might have on them. As for Titans FC, they're still sitting comfortably with that lead. Perhaps they're starting to sweat just a bit. Westgate FC came back forward in the second half with renewed momentum and renewed energy. Keep it up, and it might very well be a goal next time. Corner kick. Over to Titans FC. Surging forward. They're making an attempt at the goal. Could very well be it. Beautiful save by the goalkeeper. You can see that Westgate FC, even though Titans FC has a definite advantage, they're not letting anything slip by them. They're still making every effort in order to prevent further goals from Titans FC. Titans FC looking to advance yet again. They have the possession. Tackled by Westgate FC. Westgate FC advancing. Looking to score. It's a nice pass, blocked by the defense, goes up in the air. Westgate FC looking to advance into the arms of the goalkeeper. Shot went long. Up in the air. Over to Titans FC with capture. Titans FC with a lot of captures so far in this first half. Second half as well. They seem to be trying to go for it again. This could be an interesting attempt. Let's see what they make of it. Fended off by the defense. There will be a corner. Goal kick. For the Westgate FC. Westgate FC with possession. Going long. Bit of a tackle there. Might be a corner. Yes, it will be a corner for them. Rather throw in. Saved by the goalkeeper. He had to move forward. He had to advance there. Ball goes really high. Almost landing into the stands. You can see these players have a lot of finesse. They have a lot of speed. They have a lot of strength. It's definitely witnessed right out there on the pitch. Throw in. Over to Westgate FC. Free kick. Goal kick. Captured by Westgate FC. Westgate FC advancing. Here could be an opportunity for them if they manage to take it. Unfortunately, they weren't just quite able to do it. Almost tried to. And with that, the opportunity is lost. That's just how it goes here in the beautiful game. Titans with possession of the ball, advancing forward. Can they make that momentum carry them forward to another goal? Looking to do it. This could be interesting. Coming very close and just out beyond the bounds of the goal. It was definitely due to the defense over there. It's a very strong defensive line, even at the edge of disaster. Didn't quite have the opportunity that he was looking for. Titans advancing yet again. We're 15 minutes into the second half. Neither side has scored yet thus far. Although Westgate FC was making an attempt, it was almost an attempt for them. Unfortunately, it did not translate into a goal, but they came very close. Now, there are those who think that games like this might be predictable. Titans FC, they come in as the defending champions. It looks to be in their favor. But things could go very wrong for them, and things could go very right for Westgate FC if they have the opportunity to capitalize on. We're seeing Titans FC passing it back forward into the defense, making sure they have that quality control. Advancing forward, saved by Westgate FC. Looking to throw it in, making some decisions. Some of these decisions could be very crucial. Every single one counts. You never know how things could go and how things could swing at this stage of the game. He passes it forward, tries to maintain possession. Westgate FC looking to advance. Unfortunately, was picked up by Titans FC. Titans FC with the advance. There's a lot of good pressure here. Trying to force a mistake. Carrying it forward. Saved by the goalkeeper. Beautiful save right there. You can see he pushed forward. Almost as though he was about to jump and carry it forward. He didn't have to though. It was a beautiful save. Dialed back and yet another beautiful save right there. The defense and the goalkeeper is on absolute fire tonight. From both sides, but absolutely from Westgate FC on this second half. Throw in. Now the crucial one. Over to Titans FC. If they can score a second goal, that might very well seal the deal for them tonight. And unfortunately, set things off to a bad start for Westgate FC. That is exactly what Titans FC is looking to do. They're trying to score a second goal. Can they find their opportunity? Can they surge it forward? They look to be finding the opening. They found it, carrying it forward, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. Beautiful defensive. Third attempt on the goal in as many minutes. You can see Titans FC, they're really ramping up all of this pressure on Westgate FC. Not allowing any opportunities for them to move the game onto their turf. Ref has made a call. There will be a change for Titans FC. It's been quite an exhausting but rewarding game for Titans FC so far. Absolutely, they're looking to change things up, try and make a few changes, maybe push Westgate FC onto the defensive fully when it comes to last 10 minutes of this game. Last 10 minutes and a few maybe extra minutes of extra time. There will be a free kick awarded to Westgate FC. Let's see how they can make the most of this. Titans is definitely advanced. They have the possession, looking to make yet another attempt at the goal. Oh, just past the goal. Very disappointing for them. You could see it was a really good attempt as well. Over to Westgate FC. Up in the air. Throw in. As the score stands unchanged from the first half, Titans FC 1, Westgate FC nil. Things could still change. It could be 2-0. If not for the goalkeeper, it might very well be. He's had to make many saves in the second half. I'm sure when we look at the stats at the end of the second half, we'll see exactly how disproportionate it might have been. Nevertheless, saves are not goals. And Westgate FC can definitely walk away tonight with their heads held high because they know they were able to ensure that they kept Titans FC down to a reasonable 1-0 so far. Only time will tell, however, what the score will stand at the end of the second half and end this match. With the Titans advancing. Westgate looking to advance. Beautiful header by Titans FC. A lot of positive momentum on both sides so far. Making an attempt, very close attempt at the goal. Pushing it forward. The goalkeeper made two beautiful saves right there. Absolutely phenomenal defending on the part of Westgate FC. It could very well have been a disaster zone for them. They turned it into something that was their saving grace. As it still stands, however, unfortunately for Westgate FC, defending is not quite enough. They have to make some advances. It's very crucial and very important for them. They have to make any opportunities as possible to score as the seconds tick by. Really, at this point, it's all a waiting game for Titans FC. All they have to do is wait it out. Maybe even score a second goal to make the odds even more obstinate for Westgate FC. Tussle for the ball. Aiming for control. Nice tackle. Past the field. Should be a throw-in. Titans FC once again with possession. As we have less than 4 minutes of official time left, you can see both players are looking to score that advantage. Everything is on the line for Westgate FC. Starting off strong, they have to score. A tie would be what they're looking for at this point. Kick is awarded to Westgate FC. Can they capitalize on it? Yet again denied. It's very unfortunate for them. You can see Titans FC looking to advance yet again. They have so much momentum on their side, so much energy. Unlimited energy, one might even say. Ball is awarded to Titans FC. They have a golden opportunity here to score a second goal. It would be exactly what they're looking for in these last few seconds of the second half. Let's see what they make of it. Surging forward, a little too forward, unfortunately. Goes right past the goal. It's quite impressive, actually, the power on those kicks. In this case, however, it needed to be a little less power. In this case, Westgate FC, they have possession of the ball. Can they make something of it? Can they score and equalize in the last few seconds of the second half? Looks to be very unlikely, judging by Titans FC. Defensive dominance in the first half and the second half. You had a lot of dominance on them. They were able to fend off any attempts by Westgate FC. And as for them, they really put up a counter-attack on the second half. I was not expecting that, I must say, because I thought, Westgate FC, they made attempt to do a lot more action, a lot more aggression in the second half. But the aggression came from Titans FC. Titans FC was fully aggressive, going for the goal, going for gold in the second half. You could see they amped up so much tension. They placed all of it on Westgate FC. Cries go out for Arjun. Definitely looking to make some counter plays here. Titans FC looking to score. Or at the very least, distract Westgate FC and prevent them from scoring, equalizing. Even in the last few seconds, the game is not done. The game is not over. It's only over until the fat lady sings. Titans FC going long, landing into the arms of the goalkeeper. The Westgate FC. As a second stick by, we're in extra time now. Can either side score? If I were to place my odds, I would say it might be Titans FC. But really, it could actually just be 1-0 by the end of the second half. Respectable start for Titans FC, even if they were looking to score even further. As for Westgate FC, better luck next time. You'll definitely get them next time. You'll definitely make some great attempts in future games to come. If they are to make the opportunity, it is right now, right here, with this corner kick. And the ref awards that one to Titans FC. Westgate FC have been denied so far, so long in this game. They made many attempts at the goal. Not as many as Titans FC, of course. You can see, even as the second stick by, they keep going forward. Always on the attack, always aggressive. And the whistle blows. That'll be the end of it all. Match 1. The score stands at Titans FC, Westgate FC 0. Titans FC, with that one goal scored, are the winners of the first half. The first match, they won. Starting off very strong, heading into the NBL's Season 3. The full-time score stands at Titans FC 1, Westgate FC 0. It was a great game of football. We had some quality and effort from both sides, but Titans FC absolutely brought their A-game in the first half and the second half. They were very dominant in the first half. They scored that first goal in the first few seconds. The game was all but done, in fact. And now you go over the stats. You have Titans FC with 1, Westgate FC with 0. Shots on target, Titans FC with 6 shots on target and 8 shots off target. Westgate FC with just 1 shot off target. It was a very close one. Unfortunately, they couldn't capitalize it. And the score also reflects that when it comes to the saves. Westgate FC had to save 8 times in the full time. 1 card awarded to Westgate FC. You see a lot of dominant performances here, but Titans FC has started off very strong heading into the NBL's Season 3. We definitely look forward to seeing some great matches to come ahead. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below. We look forward to seeing you. So long.